y'all, if y'all don't know this beauty right here, first of all, you done had me under chokehold all night and all morning.
What you reading?
Girl, so I'm reading the Da Vinci
Oh, the Da Vinci Cartel.
Cartel.
Mm-hmm.
I read 90s and I started hold on with what's his name? Oh my god, because I'm in the middle of that one. Um
Look at Latoya. She
hold
lame.
on. So you know I can't see. Hard loving straight thugging. First of
Mm-hmm.
all, bam, what
Go them.
ma'am, ma'am. We
Hey,
got stuff.
isn't it a lot of mess?
You ain't lying.
Mm,
You ain't lying.
all
So
right.
I'm in love. Okay, so the 90s book right now.
Wasn't it so cute and nostalgic? I had so much fun writing my 90s book. I was like, I don't know what y'all writing, but I know what I'm writing.
Shower. And I was like, I remember the asymmetrical haircuts. I remember y'all might have dressed a little different than we did. But I remember those days of just being outside trying to be the hot girl.
Mm-hmm.
I
Very
mean,
nostalgic. I think that's like one of my favorites.
I might have been Pinky in the situation.
Pinky was outside, okay?
She said I wasn't doing what Pinky was doing, but I'm just saying I was outside.
Pinky was outside with Harry, Larry, and listen. Hey y'all.
Why Harry Larry?
I don't even know where that came from. Like, just back in the day, everybody used to have like somebody had a crazy name. It was few people that just had crazy names. And I do not know. Like that he just came as I was typing. I really don't know where the hell Harry Larry came from.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just get some of these people so they know your titles. Some of your titles. Let me share
Okay.
because we thugging this thing out,
Hey,
and then
Brent.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
So we have titles like, oh, this is not what I want. We have titles like, and I don't have my glasses, so if I'm squinting, y'all don't do me. Okay, I can't find them. She wanted the hood love. We have 90s in Miami. Jingle bells with a goon city boss. Wait a minute, hold up. First of all,
Yeah.
I need to read that. I don't care if it ain't Christmas. Booed up with a hood legend.
Yep.
Can't see myself with you without you. Ride or die love. Uh-oh. They gonna
Those
make it?
are some of my older titles. Like those are some of my older titles, but I always love to write me a good hood book. So
Dear Cupid, shoot me with a hitter for Valentine's Day. Girl, I'm not playing with you.
that was a collab I did with one of my authors with Jazzy. And mostly all my books, you're gonna get you a good a good hood, babe. A good hood, babe.
So if someone were to coin you, what would they call you? What would be your title? Like India Northfleet is the naughty novelist. What would they call you?
I don't know. The Princess of Hood Romance. I don't
You know
know.
what? And that's what I'm talking about. If you don't throw them shoulders, baby.
Oh,
Yes.
but I love it. That's why I be telling people, listen, if you like softer reads, then my books probably are not the book because they're not very contemporary. You gonna take a ride through the trenches in some. You gonna go to the hood. You may get some unhinged men. Like I don't know. I just like the drama. But in all of my books, it's a it's a lesson somewhere in it. It's a
It is.
lesson somewhere in a story.
It
So
is. It
yeah.
is. When I tell you I'm transfixed right now,
Fashion Day.
chokehold. Because I like listen. I stay in these streets now. Everybody else might want to go over to Fantasyland and Paranormal, and no shade, no tea. I love it for y'all. I like to be in the streets.
You love it in the hood. See? See, that's what I'm talking about. But you know what though? Even with like the book that I'm working on now, Kids Don't Tell, it's like they're from the hood, but it's not. I guess this one is a little different. Like, like I said, I don't really make my people like this. My books are not really contemporary, but with them, like they're not like dope boys. Like one is in the NFL and one is a professional boxer, but it's a whole lot of mess going on. Like with
So you the messy. You like the
oh,
mess.
I don't know.
And that's okay because guess what? That entertains the hell out of me.
Yeah, yeah. It
This
keep
is better than the Young and the Restless for me.
yeah, it keep it going. I have been here. Thank you.
So, ma'am, I want to say thank you because when I tell you we went to brunch, and I said this to Masterpiece already, how y'all poured into me, thank you.
Listen, keep doing the damn thing, okay? Listen, we love our book talkers. We be like, don't mess with them. Like, do not fuck with them. Don't. Especially if we know y'all rocking with us too. Like, listen, don't do it. Don't, cause listen, we love us some them.
I
Listen.
got my books from you, and they still somewhere in the mail.
Yeah, what happened? You sent them back to yourself?
Uh-huh. No, Shannon sent them. And one box got here, and she said so it just finally moved from one post office to another one. No, and it's no shade to Shannon because Shannon, she all the books that I wanted to send, she sent them. But whatever's going on with the post office, I need them to fix it
Yeah, they need to get you them books. Them
because
books.
I need that for my shelves.
Okay.
I need them for my shelves. But when I tell you I am cackling, girl, rubbing my feet together, eating popcorn and all the things, I don't even know where the remote is to my TV because I've been in here engrossed.
So you've been in Goose World right now. Okay.
Listen,
Toya, no, I am not. They gotta really make me mad for me to call them that.
listen, Goose World. What's old girls? What is the girl's name in the 90s? The
Um,
back with the basketball player.
Sharonda.
Girl.
Yep, Sharonda and what's it? Sharonda and Tyrone, was it?
His name wasn't no Tyrone. Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to know.
Hey,
His name was
what would I name my main character in the '90s? Love. Oh, Donnell. I think it's
yes.
Donnell.
It was
Yeah.
Donnell. Because it's my cousin's
But
name.
Tyrone was the ex. What?
Yes.
Tyrone was her ex. Okay,
Well,
yeah.
why he had to be a fuck boy like that? For real, the cousin.
Um,
And I know you said you wasn't doing no spinoffs, but listen, I need to see all of her story. I need her to be dragged through the mud.
of who?
The cousin, whatever the little girl name was, the one that got pregnant by Tierra or something. I don't even know what the little girl name was. I was so irritated with her. I can't even remember what the little girl.
Yeah, her name was Trisha. He ended up getting her cousin pregnant.
Ain't that some shit?
Nah, not really, cause you know, my daughter's dad. He has a few kids from one of my cousins, and her name is Trisha. Girl, we be out here living this life for real. Some of that stuff you see in them books, some of it might just come from somewhere.
Now, let me tell you something. If one of my cousins is on here, I'm gonna need y'all to see me well. It ain't gonna end well for neither one of us. It ain't
Yep.
gonna end well.
I need to my boo. Listen,
I leave yours alone, leave mine alone. It's enough out here to do what you want to do. But thank God,
we had a few.
really?
Yes. We was at our family reunion one time when my daughter was little, and she was just asking me like, "Why are my brothers and sisters at our family reunion?" I had to explain to my baby, "Them your cousins too." I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm so serious. I
I'm gonna
can't
call you by your government, but I'm not.
not make this up. I'm
Really?
serious.
How
Yes.
she feel about it now?
How?
Your daughter.
I mean, she older. She grown now, so she just think it's hilarious. Like it's a joke to her. Like you that like that's just sad. Like yeah, it don't really bother her much. Like it is what it is. So I mean, I've healed.
Because
That's
I'll probably still be over here
like
uh
what?
cut
Yeah.
up in Oakland on the news and everything.
Yeah. If I sat there and gave that whole story out, that way y'all mouth would be on the floor. But that's kind of like how I came that part. I'm on a call. I'm on a video call. So that part of it came from because and I just used her real name. And then so how I even came up with the names though for like the main characters. So one of my uncles' name actually is Tyrone, and my aunt is Sharonda, and they were like the hottest couple back in the day. Um,
First of all, I'm Scott Raymond. So you just wrote, okay, so you said, hell, I didn't know, I probably beat your ass, I'm sure. But on top of that, I'm going to make some money off of you.
Yeah, like the story was a fresh story. But it's just like certain aspects of it. Don't put your face in my camera. It's certain aspects of it where like that aspect, yeah, like I had a cousin. She's like,
Child. Okay, well, we going to let her be. I'm sure she mad. But that ain't cool, cousin. That ain't cool. Um, let's talk about the Ink girls, the Da Vinci family.
oh yeah, them was my girls. Like,
They for real, for real.
yeah, they was on that. They was on that. But Willow, she didn't really want to be,
Don't
I don't.
tell too much because I'm 50% in.
Okay, yeah. It's kind of like a life that they didn't really ask for it. I mean, they was born into it. And they dad, he wanted boys, but he didn't have boys. He ended up having girls. So that didn't stop the show because he had girls. Like, the legacy must go on. So
And they was handling business.
handling business, and they were real respected. A lot of people were scared of them, like they didn't play. But when they got with the crew, when they got with the men, that just made it even more explosive. But that's when they really found love. Love didn't exist in their world.
Cause I'm 50% in, and everybody didn't either had a kiss or they didn't did they thing,
Hmm.
and I was like, well, how this gonna work out? Cause ain't they enemies?
Yeah, yeah, they're supposed to be, but they had to come together for that mission, and in the mix of them coming together, things just happen. Hey, the heart wants what the heart wants. So they were all trying to fight it, though. They were all trying to fight it, but nah.
Okay, so I don't know if I bought that book or not. I thought I did.
The Da Vinci Cartel?
Did you have that there?
I didn't have it with me.
I need to buy that book. I need that on my shelf.
Facts done. Like I didn't at the time. I did it. I just didn't. I didn't have it ready in time. Like I just yeah, that was my fault. But they're ready now because I'm gonna have them at the expo at my expo coming up.
Okay, so when you open up your store for that, let me know because I need that. Latoya Nicole, I need your book too.
Look at Latoya. She just being there laughing.
Laughing at, listen, Latoya, we be in here acting a whole crazy fool with this one here. So, all right, so let's ask a couple of questions that I have for you. Um, I have some questions that I wanted to ask that's off script. Um, why? Oh, well, that's not the question. Why do you feel urban romance or hood love gets such a bad rap?
I don't know. It's kind of like one of them things where you judge a book by its cover. And I feel like a lot of urban romance authors, it is a judgmental thing. And I say this, I don't, this not even nothing. I'm just because I have actually spoken to people and they have told me like just based off of the cover, I would have never read this book. But then once they read the book, it's like, oh my God, I'm so glad I read this book. Like, if I would have let this cover. So I think a lot of stuff with us is it starts with the cover to me.
But
Um,
why is that such a okay? So to me, that's the cover I'm gravitating to. Gravitating to. My second question is about the cover. So there was a young lady who was saying Demon's Dreams cover looked like a club flyer. I don't get that.
I didn't think so. It looked like a urban book cover. To me. So, I just it depends on where it was coming from. Because if you open up this person Kindle and see what they're reading, then I just think that a lot of readers, they just don't understand it. I don't feel like it. I heard that too, because I didn't know why she changed it at first. I was like, dang, she changed Demon's Dream, because I love the original cover. I like the new cover too, but I love the original cover. I didn't feel like it was anything wrong with it. I mean, hell, it's an urban book. It didn't look like a flyer at all. Well, in hell, where was the time and location and all that other? If it looked like a damn flyer, it looked like what it was supposed to look like, and
Right.
what it was supposed to do. But the thing about it is, when the book goes viral, the when a book like Demon Dream goes viral, that means it's going everywhere outside of our bubble, our urban fiction bubble. It's going into hands of people who probably would have never picked it up, but they're picking it up because they see that it's viral. Then they go read the reviews, they see it's an excellent book. So a lot of times when it's a book that's on the trend, or it's a book that's viral, people will have never picked up the book. They're picking up the book because, curiosity. And then so when you expanding it like that, people who are in the urban fiction world, and they understand what it is and what it's supposed to look like, that's one thing. But when it starts going in the hands of people who probably would have never even picked it up, but they just saw that it's viral and everybody talking about it, and they read it, then it's like, they read it, then it's like, so I just think that's what it is. It's not us. I don't think was it us? It was us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But she was one of them that like probably like contemporary romance.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, was it somebody who actually reads urban, or did it get into the hands of somebody who, you know what I mean? Like, this is not really what they read for real. They just picked it up and read it because they saw that it was viral. You know, they saw everybody talking about it. They saw it was viral. But outside of that, are you a person that would have even picked this up? If this is not what you read, of course it'll probably look like a hell. I would hate to see what she got.
I just thank you, Storm. That's all the noise. That's gifting. She gifting me.
Oh, girl, I don't understand this vibe stuff. So I'm like, what is this? You keep doing this, and I'm hearing all these noises, and
I
like,
just say that's my way of saying thank you.
okay. I'm like,
Without trying to interrupt you, but I'm just trying to say thank you.
oh, okay, okay, girl.
And
'Cause
I can see your face going, what the hell is going on?
what is happening right now? Okay, got it.
So,
I gotta get on
uh,
that. Because what the hell?
so do you feel like more street lit authors are trying to compete with their covers, getting them to look more contemporary, whether it's street lit or not?
Uh, forget them. They up in here laughing. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get this live stuff together. I promise I am. Um. Okay, one more time. Do I think what?
Do you feel like more street lit, and I'm not just saying because I know you guys write more than just street lit, but do you feel like they're trying to change their covers because of comments like that from contemporary readers to fit in their cover wise with contemporary so that people will come read their books a little bit more because I see the covers are changing.
Yeah. So, I just think what happened is kind of like the same thing that you in the music industry, and it like there's always a shift. And I think that we are going through a moment right now where we're in another shift, and probably have been in this shift for like the past year. And so that's why you see a lot of people probably updating their covers from the old covers. I know I have. Because just the, I be wanting to cuss. I don't know if you can do that
You
on
can
here.
cuss. Go ahead and cuss. It's fine.
A cuss. I don't know if you can do that
You
on
can
here.
cuss. Go ahead and cuss. It's fine.
I'm about to say because like the shit that we probably put out before, this is a totally new wave of readers. You know, we still have our loyal fan base, but when you're talking about growing and not staying stagnant, this is we're dealing with a totally different. So things just change, and it's one of them things where it's like you have to make the change with it. But find a way to still stay true to yourself while you're making those changes. Like me personally, I don't think that I could just completely change to like a cover that looks really contemporary, but it's a hard. Imagine me putting out a contemporary cover for some shit like Hard Loving Straight Thuggin'. And then they open up this book and they gonna be like, she tricked us. You know what I mean? Because what is this? So, the guys on the covers are trending right now. So the original Hard Loving Straight Thuggin', it was 6 parts. So I had to re-release it. By release it as 3 parts, and I changed the cover and I put a guy. You've seen the cover. I put the guy on the cover
Mm-hmm.
because that's something that's trending. But it's like, how can I make it where I'm still staying true to me? The guy on Giving the Real Thug Kisses. Like, we know what the readers are gonna gravitate to, but it's like you gotta find a way to stay true to yourself because this industry is constantly changing. It's constantly changing. Stuff that used to work for us, like when we first came in the game, it's chances are it's not working right now. So
I was looking at a couple of covers, and one caught my eye. And not that I've never read her before. I have. I've read her many times. Was Jay Jones when a gangster wants you? I was like, girl, where he at? But he had his grills in. So to me, go ahead.
no, I was making sure that was the dude with the grills in his mouth, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But guess what? You know how many people would not read that just because it's a dude on the cover with grills in his mouth?
But why? I don't.
It's just,
It's so frustrating.
yeah, it is frustrating. It's even with I'm not even going even with trying to get traditional book deals, it's pretty much the same thing. They'll tell you quick, like they want you to tune it down a little bit. It's so many rules, even when you're trying to go traditional. And when you're an urban author, it's like, why? You know what I mean? Like, I grew up reading The Coldest Winter Ever, Be More, and by Sister Soldier, Be More Careful by Shannon Holmes, True to the Game, The Carter Cartel. Like, this is the stuff that when I fell in love with urban fiction, this is what I grew up writing. And these were traditional published authors. But nowadays, they'll be quick to tell you, oh yeah, they're not looking for that. They're looking for more of this. They're looking for that. And it's like, why y'all trying to wing urban out so bad? Urban is what put a lot of black authors on the map. So they were a lot of OGs came in writing hardcore urban, but now trying to go traditional, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that. You can't say this, you can't say that, or they're looking for more of this, or they're looking more for more of that. So it's like you have to pretty much change your writing style a little bit, to tweak to what they looking for. They just not looking for, you know, hardcore urban authors like that. And
Is
it's
that?
we
But
want.
is that what made you want to be a publisher, though?
Yeah, but see, it's not just I just publish, because I originally published and I started helping brand new authors. It was that point I didn't want any seasoned authors. I only wanted to help new authors, especially when I came on the scene as a new author. It was a lot of people that didn't want to help me. It was hard to get help as a new author because it's like you a new author coming in, now you competition. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to help you. So I had I don't know what he's talking about. So I had see that made me lose train of thought. I started helping brand new authors because it was hard when I came in. So that's what, but see, I'm not a traditional, I'm a independent publisher. You know what I mean? So traditional, that's like so what is it, Simon and
Yeah.
Simon and Schuster, and like Kensington, and like all of those company, those are like traditionally published. I remember before there was a time where you could just send them your manuscript. You didn't need an agent. You just send them your manuscript, and it is going to take like 3 to 6 months to hear something back. But you send them the manuscript, and they either gonna tell you like yes or no. Nowadays, they don't even take unsolicited manuscripts. You have to have an agent, and even when you have an agent, your agent is gonna come back with a long list of this is what you got to do to get a traditional deal, and I just don't understand that because I feel like traditional would be easier for authors who are, and this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. So anybody on here, don't take it. This is just my opinion. My opinion are authors who already are contemporary, or they already write a certain kind of way. It's easier for them to get a traditional deal because the transition isn't hard for them. But when you're talking about urban authors, like we gonna take you to the trenches and this is what we do and da 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 da, it's a little harder for us to transform, because that's not what they want.
So I was talking, I think this was when I did Jacquel's interview, and we were talking about, she was saying how she shopped Capone and Capadonna.
Mm-hmm.
And now this heifer was number one, you know,
Said she scrapped it.
she shopped it.
Shopped it to who? Traditional?
Yeah.
They
And they did, to me, they just left the bag on the table because she is like doing numbers. I'm not saying that nobody else is not doing numbers, but you really fumbled the bag on this one.
Yeah. Because it's urban. You know what I mean? Like it's urban. So yeah, it's much harder. Look, Latoya said it's sure it's hard. It's hard. Like it's really hard. It's not, and like I said, I don't understand it because if you knew the Terry Woods and Shannon Holmes and Wahida Clark and um hell, I can't think of all of them, but I got a bag full of like old school books. Like it was all good. But now it's just like, oh nah, that's not what we want. They looking for this, or they looking for that, or they looking for fantasy, or they're looking for contemporary. And it's like I ain't no damn contemporary author. You know what I mean? I'm not. I don't write contemporary, and it's not saying that I can't. I mean, if I challenge myself enough, I probably could. But if
But do you feel like a, how can I put it? How I don't even know how to say it. How can we be, because I feel like they're trying to suppress us
they are,
as a collective, and now that urban is doing numbers, I'm not talking about contemporary, I'm talking about urban romance, street lit, the crazy ass fantasies, the eroticas, it's they're doing numbers. Do you think that they are regretting it, or they just standing firm on it?
no, they don't give a damn. They just standing firm on it, and it's like the industry. I mean, I guess they started doing it that way because now it's oversaturated. You used to be able to count when I was in like middle school reading like all of them, you used to be able to count like how many urban authors there were. It wasn't like this meant like now, and I guess it makes sense why they're saying they're not going to take unsolicited stuff because it's so oversaturated. It's so many black authors, like 3 4 times what it was then years ago. So I mean I can understand why they started doing that, but yeah.
I just hate that they stifled y'all's creativity.
And
That
even
that
Amazon.
is mind boggling to me.
Amazon does it too. Like and it's like we make Amazon so much money, but our pay is not going up. Every time we turn around, they're sending us emails every month and every other month that oh they did some type of audit and they're taking away page reads, and it's like why we kind of like just figured out like it's really nothing going on, no reason for us to be taking away our page reads opposed to they just don't want to pay us what we're worth, so they're gonna find a way to or they have to take page reads for this and that. So yeah.
I know that Amazon is a great way, and I'm gonna not be on Amazon too much. But I know that it's a good way to get eyes on your book. But do you see authors um steering away from them and just doing their own stuff, or
Yeah,
what's your thoughts on that?
there's authors who have started looking into other options, but no matter how dirty Amazon how dirty they treat us, especially urban authors, um it's kind of like they have us in a chokehold because they know that nobody is paying what they're paying right now. So we don't have, and then it's like if you put your book on for Kindle Unlimited, you can't put your ebook anywhere else, or you can get your account taken away. Like you're not allowed to publish your ebook on any other platform if you use Kindle Unlimited. If you put it on Kindle Unlimited for Amazon, um, the only thing that they do is like when we upload our paperbacks to Amazon and you do like expanded distribution, then you'll see your paperbacks on Barnes and Nobles too, but only the paperbacks. You'll see it only online. Or you may look up and see like Walmart picked up your book or something, but only online. But as far as like everything else, nah, they kind of like have us in a chokehold. We have other options. We can use other platforms, but it's like they have us in a chokehold. They do us dirty, but they also know at the same time we don't have another platform right now that are paying what they, at least what they are paying.
Okay. All right. So let's ask some questions about your catalog. Just a little bit. Not some questions, but get let me see how you feeling about some of the men in your catalog.
Okay.
Ready? So out of your catalog, who is your book husband? Who's your book boyfriend? And who you sliding with?
My book husband, I always joke about knowledge and be like, oh, he got to stay away from me in real life, but he's such a damn man that my book husband would definitely be Knowledge Toussaint.
And tell the book that it's from, so that for those that haven't read it, they can get it.
The story of Knowledge Toussaint. And he had a hell of a story. And he was a hitman. And he was a freak. And he was
He was all the things.
he was everything. He was I like it. And he had money. And he had listen, that he did and was. Yeah, y'all know about Knowledge. I'm trying to tell you. So Knowledge, he would be my husband. I would have to say my boyfriend would probably be Black from Giving a Real Thug Kisses.
Okay.
I love me some Black from Giving a Real Thug Kisses. And I would have to say who I would slide with. I would probably, if I was just a little bit younger, I would probably slide with Snow because that sexy chocolate blue eyed demon there, yeah, I would probably slide with Snow. Hardest
Okay.
favorite.
Child, wait a minute, you having a moment?
Cold winter with a hot boy.
Wait a minute, but are you having a whole moment right there?
No, I'm just saying, like, I love them.
I'm screaming. All right. So I know you did a collaboration with Miss Jazzy, right?
Wait, which jazz? Because you know it's Miss Jazzy and it's Jazzy.
Jazzy.
Okay.
If you could collab with your dream person, other than who you've already collaborated with, who would it be?
I would love to collab with Siobhan Latrice. I love me some Siobhan Latrice.
I can see that.
I really love me some Siobhan Latrice. Yeah.
I can see that. I can see the foolishness and the mayhem there.
And Siobhan is so like every time I see her, I just bust out laughing, and she already know what I'm about to say. I just be like, Siobhan, one day I aspire to just have the level of zero fucks that you give. Like she don't give a damn. Siobhan is so I don't give a damn. This is what it is, and she will cuss anybody out. It is so funny. It is so
But
funny.
she's so mild mannered to me until she not.
Yeah, she real laid back, but do not come clapping at her in them comments. She don't give a damn who it is. Like she gonna tell you about your little head ass and where you can go. Like she is hilarious.
Wait a minute. So I when I interviewed her and I saw her at the Four Bs, I said, you know, you so LA. She was like, I am right, huh?
She really is.
You so LA because anything that she writes, and I done been through LA, okay? I be like, I probably was there. I
Yeah. Yeah.
probably was there. So yeah, she's so LA, and I love her to death. She's one of my comfort reads.
Yeah. I love her.
Um, out of your catalog, which character do you identify best with?
Do I identify best with?
Best with.
Probably Tasha from Tasha's Got a Baby.
Okay.
Because she was a young teen mom, and I was a young teen mom, and she was a victim of sexual abuse, and I was a victim of sexual abuse. So I think Tasha, I relate to her the most. The only thing different that I did with her story is I just showed like what happens like when you can't, where you're just not strong enough to. And then and plus two, because I got girls, and like I needed a way to get through to them as well. Like it's stuff out there. It's A's, it's this, it's that. You know what I mean? So I did a lot of other things like with her story, but the main purpose of it was because of how relatable it was.
I'm so mad I didn't buy that book, but I'm gonna buy it
That,
because first of all, they told me I was gonna be sliding down all the walls. I was like, okay, so I just need to get my therapy bills ready so I know where to send them.
yeah, because that book make you cry. It showed it. But at book events though, Tasha, it's like Tasha, it don't last long. It does not
Mm-mm.
last long. Like you know how like how where my table was, Jaquel's table was right there. And it was even readers in her line that was waiting to get her book, and they're like, "Put my Tasha to the side, put my Tasha to the side," and I'm like, "All right, I
Girl, I
got."
don't know what was wrong with them, but girl, I was listen, the way I blacked out at that event. Listen, I was like, okay, Darrell, you standing right here. Are you moving around? She was like, no, I'm good. I was like, okay, I'm going over there. I'm gonna go get my books.
Yeah, I just
I
hope
wasn't playing with them.
I'm gonna holler at her in Miami because she'll be at my event in 2 weeks. So I was
Yeah.
like, it make more sense. I ain't gotta ship no books back home. I don't gotta pay extra for no suitcase fees, and I'ma just catch you in Miami.
Child, when I tell you, so I may have her grab that Tasha's got a baby book for me. I may ask her for that.
Yep.
Um as a publisher,
Hmm.
what do you look for in an author that you want to sign?
It's so hard. I'm listen when I when I sign an author, work ethic is important. Are you willing to learn, or are you one of those people that you come in and you just think you know it all? Because even as a publisher, none of us don't know it all. We still learning different stuff every day. So you got to be willing to be okay with being taught. Um, but I just look for certain qualities, like are you willing to learn? Are you hungry for it? Can you structure a sentence? That's very important because a lot of people want to be writers, but it's like, can you how well are you with constructive criticism? Because if you can't take constructive criticism, you ain't ready for them reviews because they don't give a damn because they don't even know you. So they can care less. Um so it's just a lot of stuff like that, but I'm noticing with an ice cream cone. Somebody sent an ice cream cone.
Oh, it's a gift. Y'all, she is floored with these gifts. Thank y'all though for the gift.
OMG. OMG.
Oh, Holly, you was like an ice cream cone. What is going on? I'm screaming.
I need to get on here more so I can really understand. She said I don't mean to distract. No, you're not distracted. I'm just very new. I don't really be on live like that. So it's a lot of stuff about this TikTok live that yeah, I'm just trying to catch on to. But it's also hard being a publisher, Nicole, because oh, was I supposed to say your name?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard publishing because you get authors, and when they come in, they do think they're ready for it. You know what I mean? They think they be hungry for it in the beginning. They ready, they hood, they armored up, and it's like once they get in it, go pee. Once they get in it and they see, how much more it is to it, um, they realize it's not just what you thought. Like you just gonna come, you gonna put a book together, and that's gonna be it. Like you gotta work. Like you gotta be willing to put in work. You have to help your publisher to help you. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of them come in, and then some of them they see other people's success story, and they think that it's supposed to happen for them like that. I can tell you, even with like Jaquel, what Jaquel is doing now, right? And Jaquel is not a new author, but I think that any author who's been in the game like has had their moments. You get what I'm saying? Where okay, you may have had a moment where you were hot, but then you may have had a moment where when in the transition of this new wave, the readers probably wasn't messing with your books like that. You know what I'm saying? They was doing all right, but they wouldn't. But then look, you can also go back like you can't look at other people's success story and be like, well, that's supposed to happen to me because you don't even know where they came from. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You didn't see their ups and downs in the industry. So you just come in looking at it like, oh, well, this person can do it, then I can do it. It don't work like that. You know what I mean? Like you have to work up to that. You don't know. So I think a lot of authors, it's just hard. It's hard. It's
They don't realize that lady been in the game 10 plus years.
yeah,
She's
she's
not an overnight success.
overnight success. That's what I'm saying. And people look at that and be like, go, go. People look at that. No, people look at that and and I'm not just her, I'm just talking about in general. When they look up and they see other people are doing certain things, especially coming in as new authors, they automatically trick themselves to feel like, oh well, that's gonna happen for me too, or why isn't this or why isn't that? And it's like y'all have no idea. Then you got a bunch of new authors coming together in a damn blind leading the blind because they just feel like they seen somebody else. And so when you publish and you get these authors, it be one thing because they be down with it. But then they get in it and they either can't stick with it, they not consistent with it, or they want to write what they want to write, which is you can, but you have to be willing to take that help. You can write your story, but this is what can make your story better. And follow your own path in your own lane. Stop looking at what somebody else is doing and feel like that's gonna work for you because you don't know, how that person even got there.
I am a observer,
Mhm.
and I watch everything. Like I research, I look at stuff, I watch how people interact, I watch how people sell, I watch how people talk to people, how they if they are standoffish. I notice all the things. I may not say nothing, but I'm watching. And what is your advice to authors who feels like they should have made it but they ain't really putting in the work, like they not selling you nothing? Because I mean, if you got a snide remark or a snide look on your face, I'm not coming over there because you're not inviting. So what's your advice to sell? Because baby, when I say you was up out your chair.
Listen, because I just feel like this, right? These are the people who you want to support you. And in all actuality, without our readers, it would be no us. So you can't, especially if you don't have that reader base yet. So you may have your readers who these are my loyal readers. They've conversed with me before. We've interacted before. They know me. So it's like if you see Esteban just sitting down and I'm just chilling, it's like that's she just chilling, but you're still welcoming. You know what I'm saying? Some people sit there and they just have a mug and it's just like come buy my book and no, you have to get up out your damn seat, especially as a new author. Especially as a new author, you should be smiling. You should be thanking. You should be asking them. Like I even ask readers, like even if they don't say anything about a picture, I may ask you taking pictures today. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to just like because some people you don't know what people insecurities are. They may not want to take a picture. So I ask them, hey, you good? Especially if they supported me. So I just feel like it's so important to remember that without the readers, it would be no use. So the most that you can do is at least welcome them in your space. You know what I mean? Because you need your readers. I don't give a damn how good you can write. Without your readers, who buying your books?
What's your advice to introverted authors who have a hard time with the general public when doing book events?
I was like that. Believe it or not, my ex picked at me about that all the time because I was very introverted. Like I did not want to talk to nobody. I just was like, this is too much. But my advice to that is with every book event, I try to, take an inch, take an inch, take an inch. What can I do that I didn't do at my last book event? You know what I'm saying? And so even when you're introverted, if you do it enough, it's going to come natural. So you just have to get out of your own head and like, look, put your armor on, like, hey, this is the career that I chose. This is what I have to do. And even if it don't happen in full force, at least start taking baby steps with it because trust me, like it's gonna eventually come naturally to the most introverted person. Them readers don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear nothing about you being introverted. Like if I'm coming to an event and I'm coming to support you, I at least want to feel welcome.
And I hope that if there's any introverted authors in here, that they'll really take heed, because if you don't come out of that for that day, for them few hours, it's not going to equal into book sales. It's you're gonna be sitting at that table wondering why nobody coming to your table and reading books. You got to stand up. You got to greet your readers. You have to invite people over, even if it's just a smile. Whether like when I went to when I met when I came to your table, I was like, girl. She was like, come on. You have to.
Oh,
I probably came in real hot, but she took it. You know what I'm saying? With Danielle Allen, she was so inviting. There was two books. I had no idea what it was about. She took the time to explain to me those books. You have to draw people in. I ended up buying that whole lady catalog that was on her table.
yeah.
So you never know who's who. Don't stop judging a book by its cover. Like everybody ain't got it. Some people might got it. Some people may not. That particular day I had it. I probably shouldn't have spent it all, but I did. You have to step out of yourself and then do what you got to do, and then you can go back to your introverted ways when you get home.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. What are the ingredients to a good hood story for you?
Yeah, for me, the ingredients to a good hood story is for you gotta have hood bay. You gotta have hood bay. And I'm not talking about just when you start going into with these hood bays, you better know your shit. Cause I can read a book and I could tell, man, this author probably ain't never been to the hood before. Cause what we doing? Like, like he said, what? Like, nah, nothing is not given like hood bay. So you gotta make sure that your hood bay is well seasoned, okay? You have to make sure that if you're talking about urban and it's supposed to be hood, where the hood at? Even if the whole book is not even based in that setting, give us some of it. Give us some of that spice, the drama is everything. You know what type of stuff be going down in the hood, but you got to put your little spices on it. You have to combine all of that. But how can I make a good ass storyline? You know what I'm saying? Based off of A, B, C, D, E. So you got to have a villain. You have to have a villain. Everybody can't be likable. You got to have a damn villain because they're gonna be talking about the villain just as much as they're gonna be talking about hood babe. So for me, yeah, that's what forms. Like honestly, I sit there and I think about my names first. I think about my names and I think about the character, the personality. What do I want from this character? What do I want from this character? What do I want from this character? Now, how can I bring them all together and what will be a bomb ass storyline? Okay, so now I got the storyline. All right, so we know they in the hood, but what's going on in the hood? And even if they don't live, because if you, all my people, they may be from the hood, but they don't live in the hood no more. You know, so it's just based off what you do. That's how I do mine. And once I get my characters and stuff and my plot and everything together, honestly, once I start typing, I let those characters tell me the story.
Do they
Sometimes,
wake you up? But do they wake you up in the middle of the night?
yeah, yeah. And I might have to like hurry up and put it in my notes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me put this in my notes to make sure that I don't forget to write about this. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is crazy to me.
Yeah.
That is crazy. It's like, and I know some authors be talking to them because I know I caught myself trying to write a little short story once, and they was just talking. I was talking back, and my mother was like, "What is wrong with you?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a whole full fledged
Yeah.
conversation.
It be like that. It really does be like that. But that's a good thing though, because I always tell people like when you're writing, when you're putting your book together, you got to remember every single character. You have to become that character. It's damn like you're an actress. You know what I mean? So if I'm writing about Goo and this is his POV, guess what? I feel like I'm Goo over here. You know what I mean? Like I have to put on his personality because this is Goo. When I'm writing about Bari, I have to put myself in the mind frame of Bari. You know what I mean? Even with Knowledge Toussaint, you know, that whole story was pretty much told from his POV. But you got everything in his, even though it was, you know, it wasn't a bunch of POVs, but you still got the lives of everybody else through him. So sometimes Knowledge used to drain me though. I'm not gonna lie. Like Knowledge used to drain. I had to take a break from Knowledge because you become one with that character. You become one with that character, it's gonna be so easy to tell the story. It's gonna be so easy because it's like you're not forcing it. You're not forcing it. You don't gotta fill your books up with a bunch of fluff because the story is gonna come naturally.
Okay, so let me just ask you a question. You tell me if I'm off base or not. So, as a person who's frequented the hood, maybe lived there a while, um, when you create characters,
Mm-hmm.
and your character's name may be Knowledge, but his government may be Jonathan. They not calling that man Jonathan. They calling him something related to the J Dub.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
his nickname might be Knowledge. Whatever they go, that's what they calling him. Authors, as a reader, I could tell when you ain't been to the hood.
Yeah. If you, because first of all, nobody's calling them their government. Like in Harlem and Straight Thuggin, Ghoul real name is Messiah. The only people who call him Messiah is probably like his sister and his baby mama. But everybody, the hood knew him as Ghoul. That was his name. You know what I mean? Like call him Ghoul. Um, Black real damn, what the hell is Black real name? I don't even remember Black real name. But each one of my hood bays, except for Knowledge, like the Knowledge was Knowledge in his story. But any of like my other hood bays, whatever their government name is, that's not what they called them. Like Snow, that wasn't his government name. They called him Snow because he was real chocolate, but he had these really crystal blue eyes. So that's what the hood came up with the name Snow for him. Yeah, that's just how it is. Like a lot of people, like my oldest daughter daddy, you know, the one that had them kids from my cousin, like, his name is one thing, but the hood know him as, you know, something else. So that's just how it is. You really calling people by their government name in the hood. At least the dudes, especially if they supposed to be like that guy, they not really calling them by their government name.
Right. So I'm just saying that for future reference, if you're writing something a little bit more street, just make
Mm-hmm.
sure that you know they're not really calling nobody by their government.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something I've noticed. So, um, what's one thing you'll always include in your stories?
I'm gonna always include some type of lesson. Like, even though it be a lot of drama, it's always it's always a lesson. Like it's like you going to take something from it, even if you don't realize you took something from it at the time. Whether it could be a lesson on love, whether it be a lesson on putting yourself first, whether it be a lesson on a lot of stuff. Like, and I love to do this thing where I have like an older lady in the books, whether it's a grandma or whether it's a I'm gonna have me an older lady somewhere in there, and she gonna be dropping them jewels, like dropping them jewels, dropping them jewels. Like I love doing stuff like that because I just want to make sure that I'm incorporating a lesson somewhere. And um, knowledge story, like his dad, Booney was the one that was, he was the OG. So he dropped a lot of knowledge inside of Knowledge's book. So I always like to do that. Like, make sure that I'm throwing out some type of gems and giving some type of knowledge somewhere.
Okay. I like that. I like that. What are three things you have to have in order to write?
Myself, my laptop, and my trap music.
I'm hollering.
I don't need nothing. I don't be needing no coffee. I don't need no candy. I don't need no, just my body, my laptop, and I may turn on some Jeezy or something. Like, let's go, let's do this.
You gotta have something to put you in the mood.
Yeah, I don't be. Or sometime if they're just really talking to me a lot, like I could just hop straight on here, go to my chapter, and just like bang it out real quick.
Heard the hell out of that. Um, what is something your readers be shocked to know about you?
When I tell them I have 6 kids, probably they be like, "Girl, what? How old are you?" Like, yeah, I'm like, I have 5 girls and 1 boy. I was like a teen mom, and like me and my daughters, like my son, he'll be 6 in July, so he's like my youngest. But like my daughters, like yeah, we literally grew up together. I have a daughter that's about to be 23 in June. She's married, and she has 2 kids, and I have 2 daughters that's in college at a HBCU, Bethune Cookman. One is a freshman, one is a sophomore. I have a daughter in high school. I have a daughter in middle school, and then I have my little son.
So I'm not shocked that you got 6 kids, but I'm shocked that you got 2 grandkids.
Yes, I had it's 2 boys, and I thought it was gonna be like that because I had all the girls. So I'm like, my daughter's about to have these boys. But see, that's the thing when you a teen mom, you don't think about like you're probably going to be a young grandparent because you were a teen mom. So when my daughter got pregnant, I was like, "What the hell you mean you pregnant? I don't look like I ain't no damn grandma." Like, I didn't
Me
think.
too.
I'm like, What you mean you pregnant? Like, girl, I'm not.
In my 40s, my granddaughter came, and
Age.
she's
Yeah, girl, 40.
13 now. I think she's 13. She's 13.
Yeah, see?
And turning 40-ish,
Mhm.
they was like, Nana, who's Nana? I was like, I'm Nana. I'm the Nana.
I mean, yeah, because I already told her, like, at the beginning, let me tell you something. I got your back and all, but this is what we not about to do. Ain't nobody running behind me talking about, girl. Like, and yeah. I was like, what you mean? I was like, I'm just
Grandma fine. Let me tell you how she stepped out there with them cowboy boots on. Stop playing.
when she said she was pregnant, I was like, girl, I'm only 36. Like, what are you talking about? Like, mean. I don't know. I forget I was 36 and she's talking about pregnant. Girl, who? But yeah. And they be saying that because she asked me the other night, she was like, you going out tonight? And I'm like, girl, yeah. Why? I was like, you grandmas ain't grandmas no more. Cause his mom be outside too. And we like, no, that's not what this is. Like, we don't be in the house watching no kids. But she know if I'm not doing nothing, I will. But it's just be the fact that we still be outside too. Like,
Knowing more than doing probably doing a whole lot.
exactly. Y'all trying to go out, we be going out too. So yeah, no.
Mm-mm. Yeah, my daughter's like, are you gonna be home this year? Like, I'm coming in because my daughter lives in Texas.
Mm-mm.
So she's like, I'm coming home. Are you sure you're gonna be home? I'm like, let me check my schedule.
Oh,
I get it, but no, that's shocking to know that I didn't know you had grandkids.
if I'm not busy, I'm like, I'll do it. But and even her dad, because he's still young too, and he just like, who? He was like, yeah, nah. He was like, he gonna have to call me YG. We was like, what the YG stand for? He told my young granddad. I was like, the same thing. Like, what you doing? And we looked at each other like, see what happened when we became teen parents? Like, we didn't think about this part.
Yeah, I'm hollering. I'm hollering. Um, do you read and watch your reviews?
Maybe like the first 2 days, I'll probably read them because Amazon's so slow at our reviews. It never used to be like this. Like, they are so slow about posting our reviews. So I may watch them like maybe like the first 2 days I'll read them and then I just kind of like fall back off of them. And every now and then I'll probably be like, oh, let me go check these reviews. But I don't really be on them like that. Like when I first came in the game, I was watching reviews like crazy. And then and Amazon used to have an option where you used to be able to reply back to the reader's review.
Mm-hmm.
So if they used to like leave us a go, if they used to leave us a review, you're welcome. We used to be hitting reply and we used to be tearing their ass up. So I guess Amazon was just like, nope.
No more of that.
So they took their option away, like, oh, you under my book talking crazy? Oh, we about to take it to the streets. So we used to be tearing they tag team tag you. We used to be all on other authors' reviews taking up for each other. Like, oh yeah, it's going down. We got time today. So they stopped doing that. But I don't know. Right now, I don't really care like that. I mean, I read them. If I see something constructive, I'll. But if I see something that's just like some BS, because we do have people that go under our reviews, and you could tell that they didn't read your book. Um, they just going on there to leave a 1 or 2 star.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, because sometimes your book could come out and before it even damn go live good, somebody be already on there clicking a 1 star, just because they probably just don't like you. So yeah.
I don't know which author said it. We were talking about the Great American Novel, and I normally ask the authors what their thoughts on what their idea of the Great American Novel is, not what society thinks. And your book has come up several times. Tasha's Got a Baby.
Yeah, my readers consider Tasha's Gotta. You know how every author has that book that's like readers will label as your classic. For me, they always label Tasha's Got a Baby as my classic.
Do you feel like you have any other books as a Great American Novel?
Not like Tasha.
Yeah, because I heard that I was going to be sliding down the walls. And I refuse to read it because I don't want to slide. Listen, my hip is already out of place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read it, but I'm gonna read it in the summer when I can read freely.
It's two now. So what happened was, I did Tasha's Got a Baby, and then after Tasha's Got a Baby, I end up doing like an exclusive paperback release only,
Hmm.
with her daughter's story called Tasha's Lyric. So it's that baby that she had. Is her daughter name was Lyric. So the second book is called Tasha's Lyric. And it's that the daughter's story. As she grew up in her adult years now. And that's like it's not on Amazon as ebook. It's only like, but you don't have to read it. You don't have to read. You can read Tasha and be done. But a lot of them, that's what led me to even do Tasha's Lyric because everybody just like, please, like, please, you got to give us an update on that baby. Like, please, what happened? Like, how did her life turn out? And so that's how I ended up doing that update.
I'm gonna probably read both because that's me. I'm nosy. I need to know the whole story. Um, I don't know if nobody told you about me, but once I'm in, I'm in. I'm there. I'm going down the rabbit hole, and whether I'm hollering, screaming, and snotting and crying. I'm I'm gonna finish it because I'm that's me. So it is what it is. Um, do you have to have a working title or visuals in order to write?
Mm-mm. Nope. The hell with them visuals. We only do that for y'all. Hell, to be honest. I'm just keeping it real. Like I was just telling somebody like I missed the days where we didn't have to just read the damn book. Like the cover and everything else was enough. But now, again, that new wave, it's like you got to go out and you have to have all these visuals and aesthetics, and you got to get these videos made, and you got to, and it's just like, I'm not saying, I mean, it comes with the job now, but I'm not saying I like it. I don't like it. I'm not, I don't, I actually hate it. I don't like it. I don't like having to go search for visuals. And now I got to sit here and do content and make these videos with these visuals. And you got to do this and that. No, I hate it. And, but we do it for the readers because we know that's what they like. But, do I like to do it? No, I absolutely hate it.
Child, it was different back in the day because I started out reading like Connie Briscoe and Mary Monroe and Zane and who else is up there? Eric Jerome Dickey, Mary B. Morrison. That's where I started, and then I fell into. It wasn't Sister Soldier. It was Eric. No, it was Omar Tyree.
A Fly Girl was a Fly.
Yeah, I fell into that, and then from there, I found Treasure Hernandez, Quan,
Vicky Stringer.
Yes, yep. Carl Weber back in the day.
Noir, is it Noir?
Noir.
Yeah.
Yes. So I fell back into them from back in the day, and then I ain't really left yet.
Torn by Keisha Irving.
Oh my God. First of all, let me tell you something about Keisha Irving. I need her to pick her pen up again.
I know. I have so many that bring back so many memories. Like I used to tell my mom I'm going to the library to do homework and little shit like that. But I was in that library back in that urban fiction section, and I was addicted by Zane. I had no business reading Addicted at the time I read it, but Addicted by Zane. That's what I'm saying. Like the OG urban fiction, like that's what I fell in love with. And I think with my books, I try to, it's like that's in my heart. You know what I mean? Like that's what I know, that's how I grew up. But I just think that I don't want to say the wrong shit, but we have a lot of new authors that come in and they've never even picked up an OG urban fiction book.
But you got to know. Shannon just sent me. I ordered through her website the Donald Goings collection, all 13 books.
They don't. They come in and they've never. If you ask them who the hell is Shannon Holmes, Wahida Clark, who is Keisha Irving, Eric Jerome Dickey, Terry Woods, Omar Tyree. If you ask them,
no.
If you ask them, they really don't know. I think, Ashley and Jaquavis, because, they're kind of like, they're still on the scene like that. So, but I'm talking about the ones, they came in, they did what they were supposed to do. Some of them, they're still around. They're just not as heavy as like Ashley and Jaquavis, I don't think. Quan, I think
Quan's still writing.
Mm-hmm. Still like writing like that. But I think they come in and they just say they want to pen the book. And I hate to say it, but they also changed the dynamics of what urban fiction is supposed to be, like where it came from.
Explain that.
As far as just the storylines and just the, the development of urban fiction. So, it's okay. What I mean by that is like in our books, you may have some oohs and ahs and a little twist and turn here and there, but back in the day, you used to be able to read a good urban fiction book and it didn't have to have think about The Coldest Winter Ever. It was not a bunch of damn crazy twists and turns and this and that. It was a good ass hood book and it was full of drama. Her daddy was a dope dealer. She was a fast ass little girl from the hood. You know what I'm saying? It showed what this life did to their family, but it was very entertaining. And a lot of times, if you have a book and it don't have like a bunch of twists, turns, and this and that, and You know what I mean? It's like a lot of them will consider like, oh, it was boring or it wasn't a good book. And it's like, but that's not what urban, we shouldn't have to do a bunch of crazy, weird, off the wall shit to make a good book. What happened to just writing a good ass and the drama is enough to capture you? Because that's what we grew up reading. You know what I mean? Addicted wasn't a bunch of wild, crazy twists and turns. Fly Girl wasn't a bunch of wild, crazy. It was just like you watching a damn movie that was just full of drama. You get what I'm saying? And it was enough. Right. You know, real human experiences, and it was just enough.
Do you
These,
feel like we over sexualize books?
I don't think so.
I'm just asking because I got that from that interview, and he was like, wait, pissed off because
Interview, that interview, I really don't know what that was about because honestly, when I met him in person, he was nothing like that. He was nothing like that. He was actually so cool. And we were asking him questions about like the book Fly Girl, because I am a huge fan of Fly Girl. Now the other ones he did, I don't know. I didn't really, but Fly Girl, yeah, I was a huge fan of Fly Girl. So even we were asking like when you gonna turn it into a movie, um when you gonna turn into a movie and this and that, and he was just like, he was very transparent and giving information. He just like, Hollywood ain't really trying to give no money, you know what I mean? Like he was giving us game on what it's like on this side. That was a few years ago. So when he did that interview, I really don't know what that was about. Cause in person it was nothing like that. I just think he doesn't realize what he walked into. And then with these new readers now, those are the ones who want to support you, right? Because so it's like you just gotta. I don't even want to touch too much on him, but
me neither. I was just asking, do you feel like we over sexualize books? I know eroticas because me and Eve Bowser was on Threads today, and she was like, eroticas have more than one. And I was talking to NDT Northfleet on Monday, where they have more than one sex scene. It might have 5 or 6 sex scenes, but do you not know what an erotica is?
I've written some books that you may get one sex scene because I'm not focused on the sex. I'm trying to stimulate your mind in other ways where it's not just about sex. So you can read this book and realize at the end, damn, this was a good book. And it was barely any sex in it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm big on that too. I ain't no damn erotica author. You may get a few sex scenes, and I may give you about maybe 2, 3, maybe 4. You may get a little where they getting it down, and I'ma do my thing. But I ain't no damn erotica author. In the books that we used to read, it wasn't just sex, 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 sex.
Right. I mean, because I know that there are some authors that do phenomenal work at sex scenes, and and that's good for them. But it's a few books that I read, and I realized, oh, that book was so good. I didn't realize the sex didn't come till the end.
Tasha probably got one sex scene in it, maybe one, maybe 2. And Hard Loving Straight Thugging, him and his main female in interest, they did not have sex until it's like, because whatever happened to building up to, what the hell, they just meet, then they just smack, and then they just, so every author has their way. Some authors is really fast with stuff, and some authors are, this is kind of like a slow burn. The book is fast paced, but this part of it is a slow burn. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get to that, because then you will probably appreciate the bond more within the characters. So
I just think that sometimes readers don't let the story be the story. Let the story be the story. Whatever that is, whether it's sex scenes, no sex scenes, whether it's a wham bam thank you ma'am. Let the story be the story. If you can't handle it, read the synopsis, the author's note. Just read it.
I'm really big on now, unless you one of my ARC readers or one of my test readers, and it's like, this is what I'm giving you my work for. You get what I'm saying? So before this work goes out into the world, let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying? You may have an idea, but even though you have an idea doesn't mean I have to use the idea, but if it's something that's going to make it a little better here, I can stay true to myself here while still incorporating, what maybe what she said may help to make this a little better, right? But when readers are in the reviews or in your comments like, oh, I wasn't satisfied with this book because I feel like, well, you gotta write your own damn book. Like, nothing is stopping you. All you need is a pen and some paper and a damn laptop. Because
Right.
if you feel like this is how, I don't like when readers come and tell us how our book should have been written, or I'm gonna give you a 1 star because this didn't end how I thought it should end. And it's just like, that's not reviews are for, baby. Did you like the book or you didn't? Was it a good babe? Give me a review based off the book, babe, not on what you think that should have been in the book, because then that's an easy way to
I
get your
agree.
shit off, because we still human and we sensitive about our, and you don't have to do all of that.
Listen, and I agree wholeheartedly because again, the story is the story. Whether you like the story or not, that's fine. But if there's plot holes, if the timelines ain't matching up, if you feel like the character's not developed enough, that's what I'm telling you. When I come, if I'm sliding your DMs, and because I don't do bad reviews, y'all know that, I'm gonna slide into the, hey, I don't know if you saw this, but I saw this. I don't know if that was intentional or if that was left for something else. I'll do that. But
Yeah, some of them don't.
if it didn't end the way, I'm gonna tell y'all the video. I slide down this damn wall because I didn't like how this character did X, Y, and Z. However, y'all better read this book because this shit was good. That's me.
No, they be coming on some, they will literally 1 star you because they got pissed off because what they felt should have happened in the book. And that, if you know how much time it really takes to piece those books together just to put a 1 star because you just didn't like that it's how you would have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody's stopping you from writing your own book, and you can do whatever you want to do. And personally, people like that, I just be like, I hope you'll never pick up another one of my damn books ever. Like ever. And I'm okay with that because I got more people that love me than hate me any damn way.
That part. That part, because we gonna go to war behind this one here. We gonna go to war. Describe yourself in one word.
I'm phenomenal, girl. What you mean?
I agree. I agree. I agree. I'm gonna say understanding.
Very.
Very understanding. Um, Name something that everybody loves but you hate.
As far as
Anything.
talking about books or just anything.
Anything.
Um, whew. Oh, what does everybody love but I hate? That's a good one. I never thought about that. Um, mm, everybody loves. It don't matter what it is.
No matter what it is. So for me, it's shopping. I hate shopping.
I like shopping. Everybody loves the beach.
But you live in Florida.
I
Hell.
Everybody loves the beach. Like, let's go to the beach. And I am never joyful about going to the damn beach. Ever. Ever. Oh, spicy food too. I don't like spicy food. I hate it. And everybody likes spicy food, but I hate spicy food. But that beach. So I'll go to like South Beach and stuff like that. Cause like it's more than just the beach out there. Um, if my family want to go have a beach day or something like that, we'll go to the beach. I'll find one of them spots, give me a drink and stuff like that. But as far as like the beach water and stuff like that, like once my feet get in, I don't like seaweed. I don't like the way it feels. I don't want it touching me. Um, I got stung on my butt cheek one time by like a starfish or jellyfish. It was a jellyfish, and I got stung like on my butt. And yeah, ever since then it was done. It was over for me. Like, baby, y'all ain't got to worry about me. So
I'm not playing with you.
I'm fond of the beach. So if anybody ever like watch my stories and you see me at the beach or something, just know I'm just there just to be there because I was probably invited and I'm probably somewhere with my drink and stuff. But don't get it twisted. I don't like the beach.
Girl. So no, I didn't. That's crazy. But okay, that's great. That's good. That's good. That's good. So maybe so when you go out of town, so like the Caribbean, you don't like none of that.
I mean, I'll go. Like, I'll go. The furthest you're gonna catch me is probably like, my feet, maybe my ankles. Maybe up to the waist, just a little bit. It depends. Like when I went to Bahamas, their water is really clear, so you can see, you know. But this Florida water, you can't see through that shit.
Right.
Oh
Right.
yeah, no, no. So no, I don't. I don't. I'm not too fond of it. I'm not. Tyler, you talking about not the cheeks, girl? Right on my butt cheek. Sure did.
All right. What hates to see you coming?
What hates to see me coming? A good Mexican place. A taco hate to see me coming, cause baby, a taco hates to see me coming.
Me too. I was gonna say a cord tortilla hate to see me coming.
I'll tell you.
Hate to see me coming. All right. Let's talk about your event that you got coming up. Do tell.
So yeah, the Miami Urban Book Expo. I'm so excited for it. It's like 2 weeks, right? Is that 2 weeks? Yeah, it's not 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. So I did it before. I think two or three times. I can't remember. I think like two or three. I think this is the fourth one. I think this is my fourth annual one. But when uh I end up moving from Miami and I went up like Orlando. I know you heard of Orlando, like where Disney World and stuff. And
Mhm.
moving up that way. So when you that's like 3 hours from here, so it's hard to get other people to like handle your business and stuff for you. So I ended up taking a break for like 2 years, and a lot of people was just like hitting me up, like, "Are you bringing the Miami Urban Expo back?" And da. I'm like, "Yeah, it's coming back. Such and such will be back in 2025." So yeah, we have a big '90s party the night before. And I already told them dress code is strictly enforced, so they better make sure they come with their best shit on. The first part of it is like a sip and paint, like just kind of like an icebreaker, but it's a '90s party. Now the book expo itself, I just think that what I love about it most is every expo is different. And so with Miami, I always just like, to me, it's like a party. It's a celebration of like black excellence. So even everything from like the music is so south. It is so down south. Like I just want everybody to have a good time, turn up, like a lot of southern hospitality. So yeah, it's a good time. I'm excited for it. The lineup is dope. I think I'm sold out again of those readers tickets because I had to get a bigger venue because I just kept saying no, it's no more space. The tickets are gone, but I just went ahead and folded and I just got a bigger venue. Like, yes, let me go in and open up some more tickets. Y'all, come on.
Child, let me tell you something. I will be there next year. I don't know. Listen, I don't know where does all this money coming from for next year. I'm gonna be there next year.
Oh, it's so many book events. Honestly, it never used to be like this. It's more events now than it ever was. Because it's like everybody pretty much knew who had one, what month. Like the Miami Urban Book Expo was February. The Mississippi Expo was March. Um, I don't remember who had April, but like for the ones I could think of on top, I don't know how long the indie one has been around, but another big one that used to be in Atlanta was the Atlanta Kickback.
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of the biggest ones. Like everybody used to look forward to going to that one every year. It was Chicago. Like everybody had a month, you know what I mean? Or if it wasn't every month, it was every other month. But now it's so many events. Like some of the events are going on in the same month, the same damn weekend, the same. So it's like I think it's harder for readers to try to choose where they want to be because it's so oversaturated with events now. But you know, that's a lot. That's a lot on y'all. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of
Are we
travel.
trying to bring stuff to the West Coast because we don't have a lot of events on the West Coast? So we try. I mean, because to me, it's a lot of readers this way. So we
It
trying
is.
to bring y'all this way just a little bit so they can see y'all.
I went to the one, dang, Love and Books.
In
I went to
Pasadena?
Love and Books in Pasadena, and that was last year. I went to the one
Mhm.
last year. Yeah, I went to the one last year. Um, I know, and I had fun too. I don't know if you know, Mercy from Cali. Like I stayed at my grandma's house in Gardena.
No, I didn't know that. See,
Yeah,
I'm Northern California. I'm Oakland, San Francisco.
oh, okay, okay, yeah. Um, so that one was good. I know Masterpiece at one point she was talking about trying to put together one, um, in LA though, in LA.
Yeah, Shelly P is putting on one next April.
But she's done that before, right?
I believe so. Don't quote me because I don't know.
I I don't know why that sounds so familiar, but
Yeah,
I.
she's doing one April 2026.
Mhm.
And then I'm doing a retreat in Labor Day weekend. No, yeah, Labor Day weekend 2026 in Napa.
Labor Day weekend 2026 in Napa. I don't know. I haven't even begun. The only one I know that I had already that I locked, that's how I'm gonna go for sure is Vegas in 2026.
I'll be there.
And then um well, I know you going to Vegas. Everybody listen, ain't no place like Vegas. I think Vegas gonna be a good time. I'm so ready for damn Vegas. So then you said Napa is in September of
Yeah,
20.
it's just a retreat. We're not doing a book event. We going for the wine.
Okay. Okay, so is that like a weekend thing?
Yeah, it's a weekend Friday. We're doing a tour of San Francisco, Sausalito, Half Moon Bay, a little bit of Oakland, go to Marcus Bookstore. That's the retreat part. And then Saturday we'll do the countryside of Napa. We got 5 wineries that we're going to. And then on Sunday we'll do downtown Napa, and I think we got 3 wineries and dinner. So I know we're doing a dinner Friday night, game night Saturday night, and then on Sunday is downtown Napa. We're gonna do brunch down there.
Okay. So when you gonna like put that out there? So like,
As soon as LaShawn do the flyer, is coming up. We still working on it, but we have it set as to what's gonna happen.
okay, okay.
But it's just for fun. It's just for shits and giggles.
I'm sure we'll be there.
So that should be fun. All right. So we got what is your event? When is your event?
The 90s party is April 11th. And yeah, so for anybody that's on here, if you are coming, please keep in mind, there are massive emails and everything that have went out about this, but the party is on April 11th. It's not April 12th. The book expo is April 12th. The party is April 11th and it starts at 7. There have been new flyers that have been posted because we changed the venue for the party only. The book expo is April 12th from 12 to 4 p.m. So there's 2 different flyers. It has the location for the party. It has the location for the book expo, which is, I think, from the responses that we got, everybody pretty much got it. But since we on this live, let me just put that out there again. Because what Eventbrite is doing when they send the ticket gives them like everything is on April 12th. At the
Mhm.
same exact damn time, the 90s party and the expo. And it's like, Eventbrite, really? Um, so yeah, it's 2 different events, 2 different days. So don't go by the ticket that Eventbrite sends, except for the expo because that's accurate. But for the party, go by your emails and go by what you are seeing on social media.
So y'all make sure if y'all know anybody that's going to Miami, y'all need to please let your people know. You ready to pop your shit a little bit more?
What I'm popping it about.
How many projects you got coming out in 2025 besides your book event?
Whew. Book wise, so I am doing Kiss Don't Tell. And I am dropping Dom. I don't know if y'all seen Dom. Dom, the Miami King. So I'm dropping Dom, and so far that's really the lineup because that's not us. Those are not standalones. And
Well, it's
I'm
a part one, two, three. We gonna be on the. We about to be sliding down the walls, waiting on book two.
no, y'all not see the thing is like longer books, like the longer books they take, unless there are books that were like just written and you just had books just sitting on them and you just need to drop them. Longer books, it takes a longer, like it takes longer to get them out, like the longer that the book is. So with Amazon, if we want to, we have to, drop new books and stuff. So if we don't want to keep our readers waiting, then you get that part. So it's not gonna be long. So it's just all about how you gotta do your lineup, and then you gotta stick to your word count days to make it come out right. Of course, stuff happens in between there, but if you could pretty much stay on track with, okay, on this day, this my 10K day, this my 5K day, this my da da da, then it'll work out.
Okay, okay. What events will you be at this year besides your own?
Oh, where am I going? So I am going to Atlanta for the Gem Awards. I am going to Chicago for Jessica's event.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That's it. That's it. That's it. No, good night. I know I'm going back to Chicago, and I think that's in September. Oh, I'm gonna beat his behind when I.
We not go.
He, he gonna get it. Slam my damn door. He about to get it. Oh, oh, he just wait. um, and I'm trying to think of what else is I know Shannon and Storm, they doing one in I think they're doing one in Orlando.
No, that one got canceled.
Canceled. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
So
I
Orlando got canceled. They have Raleigh and Chicago, and North Carolina. I mean, and Virginia, Arlington, Virginia.
are you going to all of those?
Just Chicago.
I'm gonna have to see. I'll probably end up at one of those. I don't know if it'll be Chicago because I'm already going to Chicago. Then it's like I have to turn around and go back to Chicago. But maybe one of the other two, I'll probably end up at one of those. Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm doing two. I'm doing a few things, and I listen. I'm itching to get to Raleigh.
Right.
Itching
North
because I
Carolina.
want to go. I've never been up to the Carolinas.
What month is that?
I think it's May. I think. Don't give me the line because I don't know. I don't know if Shannon Storm not in here, but I think it's May.
Oh no, no.
But I'll be definitely in Chicago. So that's the one. It's May 17th, she said.
And Chicago is in October, I think. Right? So I
Yeah.
can't make it to Carolina. I can't make it to that one. I can't make it to Raleigh. So I don't know if it works out and I could go to Chicago twice. Then I could probably go to Oh, it's October 18th. Yeah, if it work out, I could probably go to Chicago twice. Cause I'm thinking like Raleigh was like more toward the end of the year. That's why I was like, well, I could do one of those. But yeah, if push come to shove, I probably end up just having to do Chicago twice because I can't make Raleigh. That's too soon.
Well, I will be in Chicago for sure because I got my tickets, I got my flight. I ain't got nowhere to stay, but I'll figure that out when I get there. All right. Where can the people find you?
So y'all can find me on Instagram at author s Yvonne. What is author underscore s Yvonne? You can find me on Facebook under S Yvonne Powell. You can find me here on TikTok, author underscore S Yvonne. I think that's what it is. You can email me syvonnepresents at gmail.com. And I also have a website, www.authorsjavon.com. and I will be updating like more paperbacks on there because it's people who don't go to book events, but they be wanting our paperbacks, and we rather them get our paperbacks from us. So yeah, I'm gonna start just putting more books out there on my website too. But those are all the main platforms. Oh, I'm on Lemon 8 too. I think my Lemon 8 name is Arthur S. Siobhan. What the heck is
Let me tell you something. It's either me pick him up or he gonna be barking and whining and acting a whole damn donkey. So he makes his appearance every video. Why? I don't know, but he's here. We was doing so well.
okay? Because my little son out there cutting up too.
Oh, so all right. Any advice? Oh, before no, not before we do that. My favorite question. My favorite question. If you could invite 5 authors or writers to dinner, who would they be? And can I bartend? Dead or alive?
Authors.
Dead or alive?
So I'm bringing Masterpiece, of course, because
Absolutely. I am there.
he's gonna have us a time. So of course I'm bringing Masterpiece. I am going to bring. You know who I had a conversation with recently, and like it was just about some book stuff, but she seemed like she was real cool. Like we was laughing. Maybe Takara Joseph.
Okay.
Um, dang.
You got 3 more.
Ooh, this a hard one. Why you want to do me like that? Like I love so many of them.
I'm hanging up.
Oh,
Dead or alive. It don't matter who it is.
I call somebody name, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, she ain't pick me. She ain't pick me on that live."
It's only 5 people, so sorry, you all right.
So I would say Masterpiece. I would say Takara. I would say um I would bring K Renee. That's my girl too. I would bring I done hung out with so many Jessica, because Jessica is definitely a good time. I'm gonna bring P. Dang, but see, I need to bring Nicole too, because Nicole funny.
Who is Nicole?
Latoya.
Latoya? Okay, I'll allow that. She not even, she just there.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah, that'll be the crew.
I want to be there. I just let me do the cocktails.
Yeah, you can do a cocktails.
I do the cocktails. I'll serve whatever dish y'all want. I got you. All right. All right. So any last minute shout outs and advice for authors?
I don't really have no shout outs. I mean, shout outs to the readers, shout outs to y'all, shout outs to our book talkers, and this a whole nother world over here. Before we used to be on one side, and I had a TikTok, and I just never really used it like that because I was like, what is happening here? Like, what is this TikTok thing all about? And then when I got over here, I'm glad I did because I have met like some really cool people over here. Like, okay, I kind of like the book talk thing going on over here. Um, so yeah, shout out to all y'all. And as far as any advice for authors, honestly,
You
just
dropped a lot of gems, so if they didn't get them, that's on them.
do your own thing. Like, don't be trying to like hop on a bandwagon and follow nobody else. Learn to know your own reader base because what worked for somebody else may not work for you. And don't look at somebody else's success story and feel like it's supposed to be yours because everybody have their time. You just put in the work and do what you need to do and stay true to yourself. Like, don't be clocking nobody else to like worried about them. Just worry about you. And market yourself, because remember, if you sign to a publisher or you indie, nobody can truly market you as an author better than you can market yourself.
Preach.
Yeah, that would be my advice.
Preach. All right. So let me pop my shit and then we gonna get out of here real quick. I got a whole laundry list of shit. So make sure you're following me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube for sure, because I need to get my. I would like to monetize on there so I can do even more stuff. Uh, and I'm on Blue Sky. I'm no longer on Lemonade. I'm no longer on Fanbase. Y'all don't have to look for me over there because I deleted those.
Mhm.
So make sure you guys follow me, Booked and Busy, just like it is right here. Don't mind my nails, but right here, that's how it's spelled everywhere. I do have a PR company. I represent Storm and I represent author Sharice Carr. If you're interested in becoming part of Sharice Carr's street team, please click the link in my bio under my link tree and see what she got going on. She got cooking pictures in there. She got, if you're on her art team, you have information in there for that. If you are wanting to discuss books, or her whole catalog is in her Geneva. So be looking for that. Um, Upcoming guests. So this week I have Storm on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern uh, Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday I have Miss Jazzy, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all know y'all time zones. Friday I have L. Osborne, and that's for this week. All right. What else I got? What else I got? What else I got? In 2026, Labor Day weekend, we're doing Napa. It's a reading retreat. We are going to a bookstore, so that is the retreat part. The rest of it is a good time. So it is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of Labor Day weekend, so that you can either rest up on Monday and go home, or go home however you guys want to do it. Let's see. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? What else? Um, Y'all know Storm is my client. She has a planner. It's on her website. It's a 3-in-1. Y'all go to her website and get that because it's worth it. Make sure that you you go to her link, follow her on YouTube, all her social media, and if you're interested in written reviews, it's on her website, and she raw and uncut. So follow that. Shannon has an online bookstore. If you're interested in getting your books in her bookstore, you need to hook up with Shannon. It is the literary DFW.square.site. Shannon also just launched her book of the month. It's called Spend a Night with a Book. And she got 3 different packages that last the hutch clutch. She got a little something extra in there, and it's battery operated, and it's a good time. It's a good time. So I got my box yesterday, and it's economically priced. So make sure that you are following Shannon. This week is her birthday. The whole week is her birthday. She won't tell nobody what her actual day is. So if you want to give her birthday gift,
But let me take Shannon, because what the hell?
make sure you go to her bookstore and get something from her store. Gigi Reads is a new narrator on the scene. Her name is LaShawn, and she is getting ready to start killing the game. If you're looking for a female narrator that can do male and female voices, LaShawn is your girl. If you're looking for graphic tees, Mika G is your girl. Mika G is your girl, because what I'm saying, she take not book quotes, but she take concepts from books and she put her own little spin to it. It's cute. So check out Mika G and her and graphic tees. If you're looking for a book club, books we love to discuss. When I tell you them girls over there reading, they read everything. They read everything. Get in on that book of the week. If you want to sprint with them on Mondays and Tuesdays, it's a time. It's a time. So click the link in my bio for the books we love to discuss. I'm part of that book club, and it's a time. As long as you don't come with no drama and you keep it about the books, you're gonna have a good time. Let's see. If you're looking for an editor, work by Ty Lee. Huh? She out here doing the Lord's work. Literally. So make sure y'all follow Ty Lee. If you're looking for author merch, I have author merch on my website. Please click the link in my bio. It's real cute. It's real cute. I wish I had it on today, but your girl was over here trying to be Joe the plumber. So sorry, I don't have it with me for you to see, but check that out. I think that's it. So make sure that you're following us. Make sure you're following Yvonne on all her platforms. Make sure that you are getting her books. I prefer that you go to her website and buy them. That's Nicole's preference.
I want paperbacks. Go to my website, authorshvonne.com. I'm gonna add. I think I need to add. I need to add. I need to add.
Add on.
Yeah, I need to add some books on there. But yeah,
I'm just saying, if you're looking for a messy good time in the hood, it's a good time. It's a good time, and it's a good time. I so enjoy myself over there. Right now, I am between two books, but I'm gonna finish up the Da Vinci Code. I mean, the Da Vinci Cartel tonight, and I'm gonna finish up Hard Love. What is it? Hard Love.
in the hood though. Like I wanted to stray away from the hood with that one and kind of do like the underworld thing of the cartel.
And that she got.
Yeah, with them being like at war and stuff. So that one is not. It's not. You didn't go to the trenches with that one. That's my first cartel book to that extent. So I wanted to do something different. So that's why at the end it says you're now leaving the underworld. Like, yeah.
But I'm just saying, it ain't the guys, it's the girls.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all didn't know women was in the cartel after over there unaliving everybody? They doing everything. So I mean, in heels, huh? Stop playing. What else? It was something else I was supposed to do. I'm just looking at my list because my list is long. Oh, Dirty December. We going to Lagos in December 2026. You got to be 35 and up. It's going to be a time. If we can't get out the country, there will be a plan B. But I'm telling you, listen, if you can't go over there and act right, because I don't have time to, I know I will have some air tags on me, and my name won't be Nicole. My name is Shaquilandra. Stop playing.
There is so many things coming up. We gonna have to save and plan and all
I'm saying is get your coins ready for 2026. It's getting ready to be a time. If you guys not in Las Vegas for that's what it was. The Boozy Book Tour. They have 3 dates next year. They have let me do this year. They have Raleigh. They have Chicago. They have Las Vegas. They have Denver, possibly Phoenix, and Seattle, and Temecula in 2027. Listen, if you're not ready for a time will be had because we're gonna be on the West Coast. I prayed and it came my way. So please go to the Boozy Book Tour .square.site. Is that right, Shannon or Storm? I did forget somebody. Natalie from the Urban Tea Room. If y'all looking for some custom made teas, hold on, stop playing.
Oh, I met her.
Yes, let me show you something.
Oh, I met her in just in Texas.
Yes.
And see, I knew it was something I was supposed to do. I need to get with her so she can do my girl. And she ain't told me nothing.
Look at here.
Is this the same girl? She makes
yes. This is the Delgado box. I got Capone.
Yes, I'm
Hold on,
supposed
let
to
me
talk
make sure this is on
about
tight.
tea.
I got Capone. I got Capadonna. Listen, this lady gave me teas. This lady gave me teas. These are all teas. All
Yes.
inspired by the
Urban
characters.
tea. Like,
Y'all
yeah.
make sure y'all go to the Urban Tea Room and check her out. Okay?
I was supposed to talk to her. I did not. It's like, I'm so glad she was on here. Girl, you ain't said nothing. I mean, and it didn't even dawn on me. I see the urban tea. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, we supposed to talk. See? All right.
So y'all looking for book inspired teas, please check out Natalie. Let me tell you what this lady did for my birthday. She did too
I'm
much.
gonna inbox you, Natalie. I'm gonna inbox you tomorrow though, because once I get off here, I gotta get my baby. He out there.
Cutting up. Look at this. Look at this. Huh? Stop playing. Stop playing with me. Y'all better stop playing with me. And this was she did too much. I got the whole little steeping thing and everything. So thank you, Natalie. Everything else, thank you guys for coming. She got to go parent.
I know.
We praying for that baby. We gonna pray for that baby. Listen. I don't want to call you by your government, ma'am. Don't do that baby bad. Just a good talking to.
I'm gonna talk to him. He only trying it because he know I'm busy.
So anyway, I'm playing. You guys have a good night. Thank you guys for coming. This will be on YouTube. I am editing tonight, editing a lot of videos tonight so that this can be up on YouTube. So make sure you go to the Booked and Busy site. I will share with you when it's on there. And happy reading, y'all.
Thank y'all. Good night.
Bye. Thank you for coming.
Bye bye.